Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 8 maths. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 8 maths and then click on view all lessons. So we're going to start with the chapter statistics. The lesson we're going to cover today are identify representative, random and biased samples probability. Then we're going to start the chapter probability and the lessons we're going to cover are experimental probability, factorials and permutations. So let's just start with the first lesson. That is from the chapter statistics. Here I'm on grade 8 maths. Here is the chapter statistics. And here is the lesson random, identify representative, random and biased samples. So let's start with the first example. Without looking, Dave took two flashcards out of his box of flashcards. Is this sample of the flashcard in the box likely to be biased? So we need to see if the sample is biased. So what is the biased sample? In a biased sample, some people or item are most likely to be chosen than others. Correct? Since every flashcard has an equal chance of being taken from the box, it is a random sample. It is not likely to be biased sample. Correct? So biased sample is the one where some of the items are most likely to be chosen than others. Got it? But the flashcards you can choose at random, so it would be the random sample. Got it? Mr. Blair, the psychology teacher, invited his students stay after school to participate in a study on learning styles so that he could better understand how to teach them. 20 of the students participated. Is this sample of the teacher students likely to be representative? In a representative sample, the people or item chosen accurately reflect a group as a whole. Since the student who participated might not be similar to the student who didn't, it's a biased sample. It is not likely to be representative sample. Got it? So the representative sample is the one in which the people or item chosen accurately reflect the group as a whole. Got it? But since the student who participated might not be similar to the student who didn't, so that is the biased sample. Got it? Okay, the next one is Wesley surveyed the 62 employees at the company with over a decade of experience. Is it a random sample of the employees at the chosen? Random sample is the one that has the equal chance to be chosen. So since the students who had over a decade of experience might not be the similar to the other employees, so that is a biased sample, not the random one. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, to decide which dinner specials to offer, a restaurant invited all of its customers to complete an employee online survey about their food preferences, and 17 of them did. Is it a random sample of the restaurant's customer? Yes, it could be any customer. So yes, it is the random samples. Got it? Since the customer who decided to participate might not be the similar to the customer who didn't. So it is a biased sample, not a random. Okay. So random sample is the one in which every item or person has an equal chance to be chosen. Got it? But the 17 customers who participated might not be the similar to the one who didn't participate. So that would be a biased sample. Alice played 12 songs from each piano book in her music library. Each piano book has an equal number of songs. Is the sample of the songs in the music library likely to be representative? So, yes or no, which is the correct option? The correct option is, hold on, let me read the question again. Alice played 12 songs from each piano book in her music library. Each piano book has an equal number of songs. Is this sample of the songs in the music library likely to be representative? So, which is the correct option? Yes or no? I think yes. The correct option is yes. The correct option is yes. Okay, the next one is Angie put the names of all the pets on the pound into a hat. Then she draw three names out of hat. Is this a random sample of the pets at the sound? Yes, that is a random. Got it? Because every one has the equal chance to be selected. So the correct option is yes, it is the random. Got it? So the correct option is yes. Okay, Pamela surveyed 47 patients who spent more than 2 hours at the dentist's office. Is the sample of the dentist patient is generally likely to be representative? No, this is not the representative. Got it? Because in a representative sample, the people or items chosen accurately reflect the group as a whole. So, since the patients who spent more than 2 hours might not be similar to the other patients, so it is a biased sample, not the representative one. Got it? That would be the biased. That would be the biased data, not the representative. Okay, without looking, Dave took two flashcards out of the box of flashcards. Is the sample of the flashcards in the box likely to be biased? No, not biased. Got it? Because in a biased sample, some people or items are more likely to be chosen than others. Got it? So this would not be the biased data. Okay. Candice put the names of all the students in the school into a hat. Then she drew 97 of names out of the hat. So is this a random sample of the students in the school? Yes, that would be the random because all of the students' name were in the hat. She selected 97 random. So that would be the random data. Got it? Abraham surveyed the 22 healthiest patients in the hospital. Is this sample of the patient's hospital likely to be representative? No, not representative. Got it? Because you selected 22 patients. Maybe the one you didn't selected are not same with this 21. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. So we are done with the chapter statistics. We're going to start a new chapter that is probability. So let's just start with the new chapter. Okay, I'm going to start a new chapter probability. Let's just start with the first lesson that is experimental probability. Okay, let's just start with the first example. There were six dogs at the dog park last Saturday, and two of them were Distance. What is the experimental probability that the first dog to arrive at the park next Saturday will be a Dachshund? Got it? You have to find the probability. So there were six dogs in total. Got it? The probability of Dachshunds divided by the total. So the total dogs are six. So first of all, let's just see what is the experimental probability. The experimental probability is the number of times an event occurs out of the total number of trials. So the total dogs are six, and out of the six, two are the Dachshunds. Got it? So that means the probability of the Dachshunds is 1 over 3. Got it? So let's just start with the test questions so that we can do the practice questions. I'll start with the test questions. Okay. A grocery store recently sold 18 cans of the soup, 9 of which contain tomato soup. What is the probability? What is the experimental probability that the next can sold will be the tomato soup? Got it? So you have to calculate this experimental probability. So like in experimental probability, what you have to do, you have to look for the total trials. You can divide them the probability by the total outcomes. Got it? So you have the total sold, the total cans are 18, 9 of which are the tomato soup. So the probability of tomato soup is 9 over 18. Probability of tomato soup is the total out cans are 18, out of 9 are the tomato soup. Got it? So it would be then 9 times 1 is 9 and 2 is 18, so it would be 1 over 2. So the correct option is 1 over 2. Okay, a band sold out 9 of its last 15 shows. What is the experimental probability of the band's next show will be sold out? So the total shows are 15, and out of 15, 9 were sold out. So the probability of the next show is, probability of the sold out is 9 over 15. Probability of sold out is 9 over 15 because the total shows are 15. Out of 15, 9 were sold out. So you can divide them by 3. 3 times 3 is 9 and 3 times 5 is 15. So the probability is 3 over 5. Got it? It will be 3 over 5. Probability of 10 spins. During a 10 spins, a spinner landed on an orange 4 times. If you spin the spinner once, what is the experimental probability that it will land on orange? So the total spins are 10, and out of the 10, 4 were orange. So it would be 4. Probability of orange is, probability of orange is 4 out of 10. Got it? So it would be 2 times 2 is 4 and 2 times 5 is 10. So it would be 2 over 5. So the correct option is 2 by 5. There were 6 dogs at the dog park last Saturday, and 2 of them were Dachshunds. What is the experimental probability that the first dog to arrive at the park next Saturday will be a decision. Which is the correct option? The total dogs are 6. The total dogs are 6. 2 of them are the decisions. Got it? So the probability is 2 times 1 is 2 and 3 is 6. It would be 1 over 3. Got it? So the correct option is 1 over 3. Bonnie flips a weighted coin 15 times and get 3 tails. What is the experimental probability of that the next flip come up the tails? So which is the correct option? Probability of tail is 3 out of 15. Got it? So let's just divide them by 3. So it would be 3 times 1 is 3 and 3 times 5 is 15. So it would be 1 over 5. One over 5. Okay, the next one is on the of the last 10 contestants on a game show, 8 qualified for the bonus round. What is the experimental probability that the next contestant will qualify for the bonus round? So it would be probability for the bonus round is 8 10 contestants. So it would be 8 out of 10. Got it? So 2 times 5 is 10 and 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times it would be 4 over 5. Sorry. 2 times 4 is 8 and 2 times 5 is 10. It would be 4 over 5. So the correct option is 4 by 5. On the last day of a Shakespeare class, an English teacher asked her students which play they liked most. Out of the 14 students who have submitted responses so far, 4 liked Much Ado About Nothing best. What is the experimental probability that the next student to respond likes Much Ado About Nothing best, which is the correct option? It would be 4 over 14, and when you simplify it would be 2 over 7. So the correct option is 2 over 7. Of the last 15 trains to pull into the Westminster station, 12 were full. What is the experimental probability that the next train of the to pull in will be full? It will be 12 over 15, and the correct option is when you simplified form is 4 over 5. 3 times 4 is 12 and 3 times 5 is 15, so it would be 4 over 5. Okay, let's just move on to the next lesson. You can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next one. The next one is Factorials. Let's just start with the next lesson, that is factorials. Okay, evaluate 3 factorial. So for to evaluate the factorial, you have to multiply all the numbers between 3 and 1. Got it? Or here is the definition of the factorial. What is the factorial? A whole number followed by an exclamation point is called a factorial. Got it? Whenever you have a number and after the number you have an exclamation mark, that means that is the factorial. So to evaluate the factorial, multiply all the whole numbers between 1 and the given number. Got it? Like you have given the 5 factorial, you have to multiply all the numbers between 5 and 1. They are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That would be 120. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Okay, here you have 9 factorial. So you have to multiply all the numbers between 9 and 1. Got it? It would be 9 times, 8 times, 7 times, 6 times, 5 times, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Got it? You have that. That's how you have to calculate the 9 factorial. Let me just calculate the factorial. 9 times 8 times 7. Hold on. 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2. That would be 362,880. That would be option number 1. Got it? Okay, so the next one is 2 factorial. 2 factorial is 2 times 1. So 2 times 1 is 2. So it would be 2. Okay, the next one is 0 factorial. 0 factorial equals 0. Oh yes, 0 factorial equals 1. Okay, 0 factorial equals 1. Okay, the next one is 3 factorial. So 3 factorial equals 3 times 2 times 1. 3 times 2 is, yes, that would be 6. So 3 times 2 times 1 is 6. So 5 factorial equals 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So which is the correct option? 5 factorial is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. 5 times 4 is 20. 20 times 3 is 60 and 60 times 2 is 120. So it would be 120. The next one is 4 factorial. So which is the correct option? 4 times 3 times 2. 4 times 3 is 12 and 12 times 2 is, that would be 24. 2 factorial equals 2 times 1. So 2 times 1 is 2. 3 factorial equals 3 times 2 equals 3 factorial equals 6. 4 factorial equals 4 times 3 is 12 and 12 times 2 is 24. So it would be 24. 5 factorial equals, it would be 120. 5 factorial equals 120. 2 factorial equals 2 times 1. So the correct option is 2. 4 factorial equals 4 times 3 is 12 and 12 times 2 is, yes, that would be 24. 2 factorial equals, yes, 2 factorial equals 2. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. The next lesson is permutation. So let's just start with the next lesson. Brandon is putting 5 tools into a toolbox, one at a time. In how many different orders could he add them? To find out how many orders are possible, use a factorial. A factorial is a whole number followed by an exclamation point. To evaluate a factorial, multiply all the whole numbers between 1 and the given number. So here you have to calculate 5 tools. That means you need to calculate 5 factorial. That means she can place the tools in 120 different orders. Got it? A magician is preparing for a show by unpacking her box of props. She will need a top hat, a silver hoop, and a box for the show. In how many different orders they can be unpacked? There are three props: a hat, top hat, silver hoop, and a box. So the props can be unpacked in 3 factorial different orders. Got it? 3 times 2 times 1, that would be 6. You can check your answer by making a list. Like you can, different orders, they are ABC, ACB, BAC, BCA, CAB, and CBA. These are the same 6 different orders she can unpack the items. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. Colton likes to read the Sunday paper while eating brunch. If the sections he reads are weather, classified ads, and arts, in how many different orders can he read them? So Three sections they are: weather, classified ads, and art. So 3 factorial equals 3 factorial equals 3 times 2 times 1. So it would be 6 orders. Got it? So the correct option is 6 orders. Tristan and his friends are trying out a new restaurant together. They have ordered 4 dishes. If the dishes all arrive separately, in how many different orders could their dishes arrive? So 4 dishes means you have to calculate 4 factorial. So 4 factorial equals, so the correct option is 24 times 3 is 12 and 12 times 2 is 24. That would be 24 orders. You need to calculate 4 factorial. Okay, Brendan won a trip to the upcoming Winter Olympics and needs to plan which events to attend. During the first week of competition, preliminary rounds of luge, bobbled, alpine skiing, cross country skiing, and curling will be taking place. If Brandon plans to attend one round of each of these events, in how many different orders could he view them? So, how many different for the first week of competition? Preliminary rounds of luge: one, two, three, four, five. The five competitions. Got it? So 5 factorial equals 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2 times 1. Got it? And 5 factorial equals 120. So it would be 120 orders. Okay, Rita and her friends are making dessert at a sleepover. They need to add 3 ingredients to a bowl, and how many different orders they can add these ingredients. So you need to calculate 3 factorial. 3 factorial equals 3 times 2 is, yes, 3 times 2 equals 6. So that means she can add these 3 ingredients in 6 different orders. So the correct option is 6 orders. Dusty, Puddle, Steffi, Checkers, and Pumpkin are standing in a row at a puppy obedience school. In how many different orders could they be lined up? 5, they are 5 in number. So you have to evaluate 5 factorial, and 5 factorial equals 120 different orders. Got it? It would be 5 factorial equals 120 different orders. At a big sale on shoes, Halle pick out 4 pairs of shoes. And how many different orders could she try them on? 4 factorial equals, 4 times 3 is 12 and 12 times 2 is, yes, 24 different orders. Tanner is planning a cheese tasting event when Emmentaler, Gruyere, and cheddar cheeses will be arranged in a row across the middle of the venue. And how many different orders can he arrange the cheeses? Three types of cheeses. That means you need to evaluate 3 factorial. 3 factorial means 6 different orders. Got it? An auctioneer is preparing to auction off 5 items as part of an estate sale. In how many different orders can he present the items at the auction? So you need to evaluate 5 factorial, and 5 factorial equals 120 different orders. All that Jaden has left of his Halloween candy stash is one pack each of peppermint patties, toffee, and lollipops. And how many different orders can he eat the remaining candy? That would be 3 factorial, and 3 factorial is 6 different orders. The cheerleading squad is holding a car wash to raise money. Already 4 parents have promised to come have their cars washed. In how many different orders can their cars show up? 4 factorial equals, yes, 24 different orders. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. So we're working on grade 8 maths. We have started with the chapter statistics. We have covered one of the lesson from the chapter, that is identify representative random and bias samples probability. Then we have started the chapter probability, and the lessons we have covered are experimental probability, factorials, and permutations. So please make sure before the next session you have to complete all the test questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? That's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.